Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me this afternoon. I just wanted to do some more work in this journal. This is the Autumn Rose journal that I'm making using the Autumn Rose kit from Paper Cameo. In the last video we put the papers together. I have done a little bit of work since you were last with me. I hinged that with the other page, so they're now hinged together. What else did I do? I added a piece of music paper and I've edged it with some tissue paper. It's kind of a very pale pink tissue paper with gold hearts on. And that was actually sent to me by one of my subbies. She sent me something and it was wrapped in the tissue paper. So I'm making good use of that. This is an envelope that comes with the kit. The envelopes look like this. And obviously when I printed it out, it was going to be too big to use. It's too wide to use on the page. So what I decided to do was I've just cut it kind of that way until it fits the journal. So this is now a flip. So I used the back part, and this is what I folded up to be a flip on the other side as the pocket. So that's the pocket, and then on the other side it's a little tuck spot, and that's obviously the flap of the envelope. And I just thought that looked really nice on there. And then with the labels that come with the kits, these might be from the Cats in Italy kit, because I've kind of I've cut so much stuff out now, I've got them a bit mixed up. But I just put a little pocket down there and included some of the little labels that come with the kits and some of the faux wax seals. And I thought they look quite nice, just tucked in there. If I can get them back in, there we go, just tuck them in there. What else did I do? Oh, the papers, the book pages that I put in that I needed to hinge, I've actually put a pocket on one side, and this is the Damask Rose, one of the Damask Rose papers. So I did that. We'd already put that one in, hadn't we? This one again is a flip, and so on the other side again I've put a pocket on that side. We've got the Donatella pocket. We had that one. Oh, in the middle, this is going to be, I've just clipped it in so it kept falling out. So that will be a tall thin pocket in there. So when I sew the signatures together, or when I sew the papers together, that will be stitched in down there, and then once it's stitched in it will be glued together. So that will hide the stitching, and it will be a tuck spot, if that makes sense. So I just had that paper clipped in there just so I don't lose it, because I do tend to lose things on my desk, or the grandkids come and move things and you're never seen again. What else did I do? That was the pocket that I put on. I think that was all that I did. Well, that's the back of that envelope. I'm still not sure what I want to do with that. I'm sure something will come to me. Oh, and then on the back I've extended it. I've added this piece of paper on the back because if you remember it was short, so it's got this bit here that was short. So I've put two pockets there and I've covered it like that. So I could make this into a little tuck spot as well, so that, you know, it becomes a tuck there that you open, and then they have two tuck spots as well. But I don't know yet. I haven't got that far, but I have extended that as well. So that's where I'm at. So I just thought I'd do a little bit with you. Not sure what I want to do yet. I don't know what I want to put on there. I could use that as a tuck spot, but I want to leave that because that's just all beautiful. Although, having said that, if I do put this on here, that lace down there, and then had that as a flip out, it would look a bit silly, if you see what I mean. So that might well become a tuck spot just there. I don't know yet. Or I could extend that as well. So again, I'm just not too sure. So I just move on to the next thing until I think what I want to do. I don't like that it has Sheila Pickles and London and a date on there. So my thought was I would put something over it. I've done some fussy cutting. Nicola at the Paper Cameo has some a label kit, so I've cut a lot of those out, and I was thinking I could put a label on. I suppose it doesn't really matter if it says London on it. I never know the Roman numerals, so I don't know what that says. So I could just cover it like that, couldn't I? That covers most of it. I don't know what I want to do. I could put that on there. Newark is actually just down the road from where I live, so that might be quite nice. That one says Smith's Milk of Roses. That could just cover that. That might be nice, mightn't it? Now I'm spoilt, aren't I? I bet you're all shouting at me, use that one. I'm bound to use the one that you think I shouldn't use. I'm tempted to use this one because it's got Milk of Roses on it. And this is Autumn Rose Kid. So I am tempted to just use that. Just ink it up a little bit from where I've cut it. I think that's quite nice. And I've got this spotty sari, and I thought that might be nice just to do a little ruffle on there. And I think I like that. I don't want to make it too fussy. I was thinking whether to put some extra paper down on here, and I don't think I want to. Do I? Can anybody tell me? I don't think I do. I've got this printed out and it went a little bit wrong, but I just don't think I want to. I don't think I want to put anything else on. I'm going to put this on. Did anybody see if I had a glue book? I did have a glue book. So let's take this page out while we faff around with it, shall we? Okay, glue. Glue is always useful. So I think I'm going to put this little label on, and I'm going to leave the date below it because I think, oh no, that covers it up, doesn't it? That does cover it up. That's okay. Is that straight? Is it Carol straight? You never can tell when you're looking through these camera, you know, when you're trying to look down at something. I like that. Let's just move those out the way before I scatter them everywhere. And then I do think that I want to put just a little bit of this on there. I've been asked before how I do my ruffles, so I will show you. We're all different, aren't we? We all do different ways. So I just do a little ruffle, whether it's going to be the whole length of the page or whatever. I'll just pin it together. And this sari silk is just sticking to me. And I'm going to cut that off. Oh, that's the bit I'm stitching on, isn't it? So I'm going to put that on there, just on there like that. And the way that I sew it is to sew from the paper side through, because otherwise you get that push of paper where your sewing machine needle's gone through. So I am just going to sew this on here and I will be straight back. Okay, so I've just put a little ruffle on there and we've got that label on there, and I like that, so that's okay. Oh, just one moment. Sorry about that. Hubby was just shouting me. So yes, I've put that ruffle on there, so I'm happy with that. I don't like that it says for my mother and sister in loving memory of my father, but I do like those flowers. Thinking. Oh, just looking in front of me in my little box, I've got the cut-offs. You know, when you cut a page down to size and you folded it, I tend to hang on to these. And I'm just wondering, that was the bit that I cut off the envelope that I showed you that I've done. I'm just wondering if I could put these on here. Are they all different lengths? I'm just wondering if these could go on here. Sorry, I'm trying to get the different lengths all sorted out. It's a bit fiddly, this, isn't it? Little bits of paper. You might think, what's the point of this? Who knows? I'm just thinking that could go on there, like that, and cover those up. And I quite like that, actually. The colours match with everything, so I think I am going to do that. I'm just thinking of the best way to do it without getting my knickers in a knot. So I think how I'm going to do it is I am going to put, it will move, won't it? It will move, Carol, and it'll drive you potty. That's not too bad. Okay. This is why things take me so long, you know. I can never decide how best to do something. If I do this, my thought is that they will kind of all be stuck together. To go on there, like so. What do we think of that? I think what I'll do is run a stitch across here and then glue it in. So one moment. Okay, so what I thought was, so all I've done is run a stitch through those. So they're just little strips of paper that, you know, you could write on, just leave them there for decoration. But I just thought, when I saw them laying in my little box, I just thought those colours went really nicely with those flowers. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to glue those on there over that, like so. Push it down, give it a minute to set. And then you've got, they will lift up at the front. I know some of them are a bit wonky, it's the way that they were folded, but I think that looks quite nice. And you can tear them off, you can do what you want with them, you could write on those. That one will be wonky. There we go. I just thought that looks nice like that. If you don't like it, what you could do, okay, is glue these together and glue them to the page. I might do this. Glue them together onto that page. Glue these together, and then that could be a tuck spot in there. But I just like that the way it is. So that's how I'm doing it. Okay. Just some odd strips of bendy paper. I might put another piece in there, actually. I might add another piece under there, not sure. Look at that a bit later. Okay, so what do I want to do? I don't know. I need some pages. I'm tempted to leave that for writing because that's a nice writing space. I need some pockets and things to go in here. I have spent some time cutting out, or roughly cutting out different tags and things. And these tags belong to lots of different kits. I thought I switched you off, but that can be a tag. You know, I can have tags in here. I just haven't got as far as looking what I want to do with them. That could be written on as well, couldn't it? I did want to put like what do you call it, a false pocket on there, and I'm thinking that I've got some more of this paper. Let me just find it, one moment. I've got it printed again, and I'm just thinking I could put a false pocket maybe that goes around there. So I just need to think how best to do that. It's never, oh, let me just double check. Yes, that's that bit. It's never dead simple to get the pattern to match. It can be a bit of a brain teaser, but we can but try. And I'm not going to glue it on if it's not right. So, okay. So I've just cut, let me just take that out because it might be easier for me. So I've cut that bit out, and if you can see, that pattern matches there. So I would have to fold that under. You see, that matches there. It's not the same, is it? That's the same there, and that's the same there. Can you see it matches? So I think that I would still fold it there. You know what, I think I've printed this at a different size. So I think I'm going to have to reprint it. I think I've downsized one, if you know what I mean. But I think that's what I want to do. So hopefully you can get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. Can you see the writing's just slightly different? So I think I've shrunk one down and not shrunk the other one down because it doesn't quite fit perfectly. But I will definitely be printing this and making a false pocket that goes on there. And more than likely around on there. Unless I just have it on one side. You see, I'm struggling now to think what best to do. You know what I might do? I might just put it on this side because it's right next to a tuck spot there, isn't it? So I think I'm just going to put one on the back. I've made a decision, folks. Don't panic. Goes that way. So I want to match that. It might take me a couple of folds to get this right. It's painful, isn't it? Ah, there we go. That's it. That would match there like that. I'm going to have the same problem, aren't I? I'm going to throw it in the bin in a minute. It's because it's not the same size. It's different size. Right. I am going to work on that and you will see what I've done when I come back next time. I just need to print it again in the same size that I printed these kit papers in. I think one of them I printed for the cats in Italy and one of them I printed for this, and I've done them different sizes, which is a bit silly when you want to reuse it. I want to make some pockets. Let's do that. Let's do that. Change of track. I want to make some pockets, and I don't know where they're going to go, these pockets. I think this is from Blue Divinity. And I'm looking at this and thinking that could fold down there, cut this out, and that could be a fold on one side and a flip on the other. Wouldn't necessarily go just there. Sorry if this is a bit of a cockeyed video, but you know when you get a thought in your head and then just can't think how to do it. But I will do that pocket with you in the next video, for those of you that don't know how to do one. The trick, I think, is to print both pieces of paper at the same time, so that you're printing them the same size. I'm going to do that there. And of course, I don't know what size I'll need this to be until I've got a bit further. Hang on, folks. So I think I am going to cut that out. So I'm going to cut round here. Let's just cut that. I'm going to cut that a bit more. Get rid of that white. Okay. So what I'm thinking, and I don't know what page it's going to go on. Maybe it'll go on this page, because that might match that. So I don't know if you can see, but where this image is, there's a line down there. So I'm going to fold it along that line. I need it to go on a plainish piece, because obviously it's going to have a pattern on the other side. And that's not level. Everything's going wrong that can go wrong, folks. But that's okay. We can always put it right, can't we? Because obviously I don't want to cover, although it's going to be a flip. So if you see, it's going to be a pocket on one side and then a flip on the other. Trying to think where I'd like it to go. Oh, maybe on that one might look nice. I don't know where I'd like it to go, but I can sort that out afterwards, can't I? So that is going to go like that. Okay. I know that's too wide, so I'm going to fold it in. Okay. Just looking where we could put it. I think I'm just going to put it on one of the plain pages. I mean, it could go on there. It's just too fussy with the decoration, isn't it? It could go there. And then that would be a tuck spot there. And then on this side, it would flip out. I actually quite like it there, because then you've still got all this to write on. You can write on this. There's going to have something tucked in there. I might actually use that as the tag to go in it, and that's the bit that was cut off it. Do you know, I'm going to commit myself to it. So that's going to go on there. So I'm going to glue. I want the other side to be a flip. So you know what, I'm going to stitch that down there. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here just to hold it in place. Like that. And then I'm going to stitch down there. Obviously being careful that I open this before I stitch down it. So bear with me. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but I've stitched down there, and I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue under this bit just to hold this bit down, because that's going to be a pocket just there. And then on the other side it's going to be a flip, and I think it's going to be, I could have that as more writing space, but actually I'm going to have it as a tuck spot. So that's going to be a tuck as well. Lots of things I'm going to have to make to go in these pockets, aren't I? So just close that up. Now, if I knew how to edit videos, I could have stopped the video when I was trying to make the false pocket. I could have stopped the video, gone off and printed it again, and then come back and re-videoed and joined the two together. But I don't. So I'm sorry I messed that up, but I will be back to do it again. I will repeat it. I quite like that on there. It's just that is looking at me, saying use me. And so I think I'm going to put that label on there. It's the one that says Newark, and Newark is about 10 miles down the road from me, but I'm guessing there's a Newark in America as well. So that's going on there. And I think I might like this as a tag, maybe, to go there. And so I am going to cut that out, or take the white bits off, and stick it in there, because then that will remind me that that's what that was going to be. So I think that would make quite a nice tag, wouldn't it, in there, to go that way. I think it was actually that way, and I like it that way. So I like that. I've got a couple of other things that I'd printed on the backs of as well. Isn't she just beautiful? So I think these two would make nice pockets, and I think this could be from the Ave Maria kit, I think. But the colours just go so nicely, don't they? And I'm thinking both of those might make nice pockets. So do you know, I thought again that I hadn't switched you back on. Oh my goodness me, I'm having a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I know what I want to do and can't get my head around it. Do you know why? That's because I've not been crafting for a while. Okay, so if this is going to be a pocket, I want the lady's face to be on it for sure. So I'm going to fold that in. I've done it on the back because I didn't know if I wanted it to be, oh look at that. I didn't know if I wanted it to be a flip, but I've got some other things I can do as flips. Now I know my pages are about 4 inches, so I'm guessing I want that to be just over 3.5. What did I do it at? I don't know. Yep, there. And so that is going to be a pocket. And just sorry, I'm just thinking, because I don't want it to go over the page. Stop thinking, Carol. I don't want it to. I'm going to cut, oh sorry, banging you. I'm going to cut that off. So that is going to be a beautiful pocket. I want to leave those because I just like them. I don't want anything there. She could go there. I don't want two faces next to each other, do I? And that's got that on it. It's hard to find places sometimes where you can put them. Actually, I think she looks rather lovely on there. So let me make her a pocket. I need to close the bottom of it, don't I? Because otherwise everything's going to drop out the pocket. Just cut those corners. Oops, she doesn't want to be upside down. That is a beautiful, beautiful image on there, and I just think it looks really nice on that page. What do you think? It looks nice on that page too. Well, that page could be written on, couldn't it? Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that would look nice just there. So I'm going to put that as a pocket there. And I'm thinking if this that could go as a flip, could flip out, or it could be, I'm so undecided, unbelievable. I can't find the one that I've just done. Where did I put her? Sorry folks, this video's not very coherent, is it? I don't know where I've put her. I've lost her. She's lost. She's on the other side of that one, isn't she? There she is. That could actually make a nice tag to go in there. I think that's going to be a tag to go with that on that page. That's what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I'll finish that off so I know that's going on there. That's fine. And I've also got, let's find those others. If you've switched off now, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for going. Carol's not got her head switched on with what she wants to do very well. I was thinking this could make a nice tuck, and it might make a nice belly band actually. So I think I'm going to make this into a belly band to go down the middle of a page. Height wise it's right for this page. I think this page is from, can't remember. I want to say Isabella. I want to say it's from the Isabella page. But I'm not doing very well at remembering, am I? Obviously it's not going on there because she's going in there. Let me just stick her there. But this could be a rather nice belly band. On one of the pages. And I might actually put it opposite those butterflies, because don't those colours just match? I think they do. So, scoreboard again. The pages are about 4 inches and I want to capture this in the middle. It's hard to know where to score, isn't it? 1, 2. 2. So I think I only want this to be about 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, is what I think. 1, 2. I only want it to be a narrow belly band. Now, I know you'll all be saying that I'm wasting this, I'm wasting the extra papers, but actually this will strengthen it. I like that. So it's on that side. So I am going to cut these off and fold them back so that it's a nice, strong, sturdy pocket. So I'm going to cut both of these. And again, I'm apologising to you for the messy video. You know, sometimes you just can't get your act together. Well, I can't at the moment. I think I've got so much going through my mind. I just can't, I kind of can't think. Now, because this is going on a page, I'm going to have it as a belly band. So I'm going to fold those two to the back. Don't you think that looks pretty on there? Now, because it's a belly band, or I could do it as a side tuck. Oh, now I'm spoilt. Belly band or side tuck. Goes just as prettily there, doesn't it? Actually, I like it there for the picking out the yellows. Do you know what I'm going to do? What I am definitely going to do is I'm going to make this a very tall, thin pocket glued on 3 sides to be a side tuck on there. I think that's the best decision I've made today. So to do that, I need to it's going to be a little bit smaller than the page, so I'm going to turn a little bit up to close it because it's a pocket. Turn it to the back so I don't need those folds just there. Oh, I like this idea. Okay, yep. So that's going to go like that, and that's going to go like that. They are going to glue like that. What I was going to say was, because I'm gluing it down the back, you don't want to fold it so that when you're tucking something in, it gets bumped on that. So I'm making sure that that top fold is going to go the way of whatever I'm going to stick in there will be. And that's going to go on there like that. Oh, sorry, I bet you can't see. That's going to go on there like that. So let me close it. Let's close it up. Doing it the wrong way now. No, I had it the right way. That's going that way. I need a little notch for people to see that we have got a little, that is going to be such a tiny thin little pocket. Too cute, definitely too cute. So I'm going to put some glue down that one. And some glue down that one. Glue them together. I don't really want that to be white just there. Do I? No. So I had a ruler. So I'm just going to do that little bit there. And I'm just going to glue that in there just so that it covers that white bit at the back. So like I said, those of you that have given up on my video, can't blame you, can't fault you. Promise to get my act together better for next time. Promise to get my head together a little bit better for next time. There we go. And then close that one. And I promise I will come back and show you the hidden pocket when I've got the paper printed. So that is going to be a tall, thin... Oh, look at that. That actually would work a dream, wouldn't it? So I might use that as a little tall, thin tag that'll go in there. Let's just snip those little rough bits off there. And then that is going to get stuck on there like so. So I'm going to hold that bit because that's where it's going to be a pocket. I'm going to put glue at the top. I'm going to put glue at the bottom. And then with a shaky hand, I'm going to get glue down the side. And then that is going to go there. So I've glued 1, 2, 3. I really like that. What do you think? So that's a tuck spot there, and it's a pocket at the top. And I am just going to stick that in there, just to remind me that I need to do a tag for there. Okay, folks, so I'm sorry it's been a bit messy. Must try harder, will do better next time. But I do hope you like it. I know I'm mixing kits. If there's a particular page that you see that you like, if you tell me whereabouts in the video it is, I'll certainly confirm which kit it's from, if that's any use to anyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Apologies for my confusion, and I will catch you later. Bye.